So I've had the privilege of going to visit Singapore, Dubai and Hong Kong, and I'll be sharing to you the difference between the three cities. Let's start with Hong Kong. Hong Kong, in my opinion, is the most glamorous city among the three cities that I have mentioned, because Hong Kong has that colonial British feel everywhere you go. Hong Kong is a city that has a lot of attractions, a lot of culture, a lot of interesting things to do and see. It's not as artificial as Dubai. Dubai is a new city. It's only 3.4 million in population. There are new roads, there are huge skyscrapers, but it's very modern, and sometimes I feel it's copied from other cities. So, in my opinion, Hong Kong is the most interesting city, even more interesting than Singapore. Singapore is the cleanest city, it has the most attractions, but Hong Kong has that colonial feel, and overall there are more things to do in Hong Kong. You can go hiking in Hong Kong, there are many things that you can do, there are museums. Yes, Singapore has museums, Singapore has parks. There are many nice places that you can go and visit, but Hong Kong has that feel, that character that is missing in Dubai and Singapore. This is just my own opinion. And talking about cost, Dubai has cheap cars, so if you want to live in Dubai, it's actually easy to live in Dubai. But in terms of living costs, yes, Dubai is cheaper, on my opinion, than Hong Kong and Singapore. Yes, you can get your own car, you can drive in Dubai. However, in terms of jobs, Hong Kong is the number one between the three cities, because the highest paying jobs are in Hong Kong, and also the income tax in Hong Kong is of 17%, while in Singapore is of 22%, in Dubai it's 0%. So for foreigners that want to get jobs, Hong Kong is the number one destination. And yes, of course, you're well paid in Singapore too, but Dubai, actually, yes, if you're very qualified, you can get a very nice salary. However, there are many people that are underpaid in Dubai, especially the low-skilled labor, because there are many migrants from India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and other countries that come to work in Dubai. However, I feel if you want to work, Hong Kong is number one in terms of salaries, and Singapore is number two. Singapore is good for visitors that want to travel with families, or just a bit older in age, because if you want to have fun with clubs, then definitely Dubai is the destination for you. And yes, Singapore, Dubai, Hong Kong, they all have nice attractions. I like the wealth showing in Dubai. Yes, for me it's interesting to drive around and see all these fancy cars. You don't see that so much in Singapore, because to have a car in Singapore is extremely expensive, while it is much more affordable in Dubai, and also kind of affordable in Hong Kong. Hong Kong, of course, is not a cheap place, it's quite expensive too. But definitely if you want to drive in Singapore, you have to get a special permit, which costs around 73,000 US dollars. 3 to 4 times more expensive than in Hong Kong and Dubai. Dubai has cars that are actually even cheaper than in Europe and the United States, because of its low taxes. In fact, foreigners don't have to pay taxes in Dubai. They only have to pay capital gains tax of 9% that has recently been introduced. And that tax is just if you have a company. But there are taxes in Singapore to open a company is from 20,000 to 40,000 US dollars. There is a 22% tax on personal income. Another major difference between Dubai and Hong Kong and Singapore is that Dubai has a lot of space. It means the hotel rooms are quite spacious, they're big, cars are large, and you have a lot of space. You feel that there is a lot of space, and most people like space. Everything in Dubai is bigger. Bigger shopping malls, bigger streets, even bigger people. And most people like that, they like space. However, in Singapore and Hong Kong, because both of them are very small and crowded, then yes, space is very limited, rooms are smaller, it's more crowded, and sometimes you don't feel as comfortable as you may feel in Dubai, because in Dubai everything is bigger, there's more space, while in Hong Kong and Singapore everything is very small, very narrow and crowded. And in terms of friendliness, I think the people in Singapore are very friendly. I like Singaporean people, they're extremely friendly. The hospitality in Dubai is good, but it's not as good as in Singapore. I think Singaporean people, in my opinion, are the friendliest among the three. The people in Hong Kong are okay, but they are very busy because a lot of work, things to do. So Hong Kong people are very business minded. They don't have that much of time to talk with you and to make friendship. So I definitely can say the people in Singapore, for me, are the friendliest among between these three cities. And talking about the beaches, because nature is quite important. As I mentioned earlier, Hong Kong has many mountains. The beaches are beautiful in Hong Kong, but they are not as clean, not as well maintained as in Dubai. Dubai has the best beaches in the Arab world, in my opinion, and in fact, I love the beaches in Dubai. They are clean, the water is clean, there are many tourists. Singapore has also some beaches, but they're not great for swimming, they're just clean. And yes, Hong Kong has very beautiful beaches, but they're not so well maintained, and the water is not as clean. So for swimming, definitely Dubai is a better destination. In terms of nature, of course, Hong Kong is number one because there are so many beautiful mountains. However, I think Dubai is interesting because the desert is a very popular attraction, and Singapore is just a swarm that actually has a few hills. I've been to the highest hill in Singapore, the Bukit Timah hill. But overall, we can say that Singapore is a metropolis, but most of the metropolis is from a swamp that was actually from reclaimed land. So Singapore is a metropolis, but in terms of nature, definitely Hong Kong is number one. Dubai is mostly arid, like a desert. However, the beaches in Dubai are amazing. So definitely the three cities are very safe and quite clean. I think it's very safe to go to these cities. You don't have to worry about crime. Of course, they are very expensive. Some of them have a different history, and yes, definitely they are expensive cities, but it depends why you want to go there. Definitely for visiting as a tourist, it's great to go for a few days, but for living is different. It depends if you're a professional or if you want to start a job. If you want to start a company, definitely Dubai is the best place to start a company. It's the easiest city to start a business. It's very easy to become a resident. With an investment of only $2,000 you can get the residency card. It's easy to start a company in Dubai. It's very fast, unlike in Hong Kong and Singapore. So definitely these three cities have a different vibe. For me personally, I prefer the food in Hong Kong because there is a lot of variety, and Cantonese food is great. Lots of meat, noodles and different local dishes. Singapore has more of Malay and Singaporean dishes. I like the food in Singapore, it's quite unique. And Dubai is basically Arab food, means a lot of meat and also imported food from other countries. So in terms of food, definitely I prefer the food in Hong Kong. So these are some differences. Comment below if you have any other differences in terms of living and anything that I missed, definitely I'm open for discussion. This is all I have for you today. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.